class 7th. In today's of English session, we are going to see a poem, okay? And the name of that poem is Mystery of the Talking Fan, okay? Mystery of the Talking Fan. And who is the poet of this poem? The poet of this poem is Maude Rubin, okay? Now, who was she? She was born on June 30th, 1891 in Colorado. Okay? She was born on June 30th, 1891 in Colorado, and she died in October 1973 in California at the age of 82. Okay? Maude Rubin had been residing in Santa Ana, Orange County, California, 92701. Maude's father was born in Wisconsin. Her mother was in Minnesota. She was married to Harry E. Rubin. She was married to Harry E. Rubin, and they had a daughter. Her name was Lois E. Rubin. Okay. Now, according to the 1930s census, the family of three lived at 525 Park Ave in Salida Chafe County, Colorado. Now, Maude was a poet with over 100 published poems, okay, and 42 state and national awards to her name. She had won 42 states and national awards, okay, and she was also the author of a book of poems named Leaves of Laurel, which she wrote in 1968, and she was also a contributor to Lyrics of Three Women, which was written in 1964. 10 years later, according to the 1940 census means the counting of population, okay? According to the 1940 census, Maude was 48 years old and she was living as a lodger in 82 Eagle in San Mateo, California, okay, with Samuel H. Tarwin and his wife Helen P. Tarwin. Okay, so this is all about our poet of this poem, Maude Rubin. Okay, now what is the poet trying to say in this poem? Here the poem is trying to relate us with the fan. He is first telling that is there any fan, ceiling fan in your house? If yes, just look at that and try to hear. Is your fan silent or is it making too much of noise? Is your fan quiet or is your fan making noise? If it is noisy, then you can understand this poem very easily. You can relate your ceiling fan with the fan of this poem. Okay? In this poem, the fan is talking. So the poet is telling you to relate that noisy fan, if it is there in your house, to the fan of this poem. Okay? First we will read the poem and then it is only one stanza poem, okay? It is only one stanza poem. So first we will read the poem, the whole poem 2 times, and then I will explain you the poem. Okay? So let's move to the poem first and let's read it. The name of the poem, Mystery of the Talking Fan. Okay. Once there was a talking fan. Once there was a talking fan, electrical his chatter. I couldn't quite hear what he said, and I hope it doesn't matter. Once there was a talking friend, electrical his chatter. I couldn't quite hear what he said, and I hope it doesn't matter. Because one day somebody oiled his little whirling motor, and all the mystery was spoiled. He ran as still as water. Because one day somebody oiled his whirling, his little whirling motor, and all the mystery was spoiled. He ran as still as water. Let's read the whole poem once. We have read the first 4 lines 2 times and the last 4 lines 2 times. Now we will read the whole poem. Okay. Once there was a talking fan, electrical his chatter. I couldn't quite hear what he said, and I hope it doesn't matter. Because one day somebody oiled his little whirling motor, and all the mystery was spoiled. He ran as still as water. Okay, so this was our poem, the mystery of the talking fan. Fine, there are 8 lines. You can say the poem is only in 1 stanza. Let's move to the main poem now and see the explanation, what the poet wants to say in this poem. What is the poet telling? What is the first line of this poem? The first line is, once there was a talking fan. What is the poet telling here? The poet is telling here that once there was a talking fan. Okay. Electrical his chatter. Electrical his chatter means, what is chatter? Chatter means to talk, right? Means here the poet is trying to relate the fan with the human being. As the human beings have the ability to talk and chatter, in the same way the poet here is trying to relate the fan with human beings. Why human beings? Because human beings have the ability to talk and chatter. That's why. Okay. And here in this poem, why is the poet telling the fan a talking fan? Because the poet has closely observed the movement of the ceiling fan. And that ceiling fan is making noise. That fan is a noisy fan. Many times when our fan is not oiled, okay, when it is an old fan, you must have seen, you must have heard the fan making noise. The same way in this poem, the poet is sharing with us about the fan which he had, and that fan was making noise. That's why he is calling that fan a talking fan. Okay, and the noise that was made by the fan, he is calling that noise as chatter. Chatter means to talk. Okay, that's why he is comparing the fan's noise with human beings. because the human beings only have the attribute, or you can say ability, to talk and chatter. Okay, and that's why the poet calls the chatter of the fan's noise as electric chatter, because the fan works on electricity. That's why the poet calls this fan's noise as electrical chatter. Okay, in the third line the poet is telling, I couldn't quite hear what he said. Means here in this line the poet is trying to say that he was unable to understand what exactly that noise means. Okay, he didn't understand what exactly the noise meant. And I hope it doesn't matter. Though now he was not able to understand the noise of the fan, so he is telling that it doesn't matter for him now. Now why it didn't matter for him? The poet could hear the fan making the noise, and he is comparing that noise with the chatter of human being. Human beings can talk, so we can understand their words very clearly. But here when the fan is being compared with the human being and it was making noise, the poet wanted to say that it didn't hear what the fan wanted to say. But before the poet could understand the language of the fan, somebody oiled its motor. Oiled its motor means, when, as I told you, that if you have an old fan at home and if it is making too much of noise, and if you motor it if you oil the motor of the fan, what will happen? The noise which is coming from the fan will stop. So same here happened with the poet's fan. The poet is telling here that he could not hear what the fan was telling, means he was unable to understand what the fan was telling before he could decode the mystery that what the fan is trying to say. Somebody from his house had oiled the fan, oiled the motor of the fan. Because one day somebody oiled his little whirling motor. And so the poet is telling that before he could decode the mystery of the fan's noise, that what is the fan trying to say, somebody from his house had oiled the motor. And all the mystery was spoiled. Okay, all the mystery is spoiled means here the poet is trying to say that because the motor had, now the fan was not making any kind of noise, he was not able to solve the mystery. He was not able to understand now, and he could not, and now he could not also understand only because the fan had stopped making noise. Okay, and ever since, after when the fan was oiled, after that it functioned in such a smooth manner that no noise could be heard from the fan. And so the talking fan fell silent, and now the talking fan was silent. That's why in the last line the poet has written, he ran as still as water. Still water means if there is a water, when the water is not moving, is there any noise at that time? The same happened there. There was no noise when the fan was oiled. So it was silent as the still water. Okay? It was a short poem. I hope you have understood what the poet is trying to say here. Here the poet is only trying to, you can say, the poem beautifully here captures the movement of the much familiar and mundane objects around us. Here about which object the poet is talking? The poet is talking about fan. Okay. Now in today's time, which in today's time are a very essential part of our existence, means fan. Here the poet is talking about the fan, and the fan is the essential part of our existence. We need it. Without fan you can't think of. In winter season you don't need it, but in summer can you think without a fan? No. Okay, so here in this poem the poet has discussed with us about the movement of the ceiling fan. Okay, and he has also discussed with us about the sound that is made by the ceiling fan. Okay, comparing that noise of the fan with the human chatter. Okay, fine. I hope you have understood. In the last, I'll give you a summary. You have to note down that summary of the poem in your notebook. Okay, let's see the summary. I will read this for you because whatever is been written here, I have explained you that. I will read it twice, but you have to note down. This is the whole summary of that poem. Okay. The poet beautifully captures the movement of much familiar and mundane objects. What is mundane? M-U-N-D-A-N-E. M-U-N-D-A-N-E. Okay. What is mundane? Mundane means lacking interest or excitement. Okay. Means here why the poet is telling so? The poet is here telling so because many times there are such objects around us that we don't see them interestfully. Okay. Means if a fan is making noise, we won't be interested in using that because of its noise. That's why the poet is telling here that the poem beautifully captures the movement of much familiar fan. Yes, we are familiar with the fan. Okay, and which in today's time are a very essential part of our existence. Yes, there are many things around us. As I told you, there are many things around us which are essential for us. Okay, but many times it happens that we don't take any interest in that objects around us. Okay, that's why in this poem the poet has discussed with us about the ceiling fan. She is discussing about the movement of the ceiling fan, that how does the ceiling fan makes noise, and that noise of the ceiling fan, here the poet is comparing it with human chatter. When the people sit, when 2 people sit together, how do they chatter? In the same way, the poet is comparing the ceiling fan sound with human chatter. Okay, and we know that whatever the poet is talking in this poem is unknown and incomprehensible. What is incomprehensible? Read the spelling in front of you. I-N-C-O-M. Incomprehensible. What is incomprehensible? Incomprehensible means not able to understand. I know we have read this poem and something or the other we have not understood, that why is the poet trying to compare the fan's noise with human chatter. But the poet is only trying to tell us that the things around us are the essential part of our life. We should have also a look on them. Okay. In the last we have only 4 word meanings. You have to note down that. Okay. So please note down that word meanings in your notebook. We will have a look on the word meanings. In the last, we will have a look on the word meanings. Okay. Our first word is electrical. What is electrical? Electrical means related to electricity. Electrical means related to electricity. Okay? Next word is chatter. 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 What is chatter? Chatter means meaningless talk. You can say chatter means meaningless talk. Okay? Then what is the next word? Next word is whirling. 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 Whirling means to rotate. Whirling means to rotate. Okay? Then mystery. 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 Mystery means something secret. Okay? So here in this poem, what was the mystery of the talking fan? The mystery of the talking fan was that it was talking like a human being, but it could not be understood or heard. What is it trying to say? Okay. Next word is incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. Okay. INCOMPREHENSIBLE. Incomprehensible. Okay, incomprehensible means not able to understand. Okay, not able to be understood or not intelligible. Okay, and our last word is mundane. MUNDANE. Mundane means lacking interest or excitement, or you can say dull. Okay, lacking interest or excitement, or in other words you can say dull. Okay, so these were the word meanings for today. You have to note it down: electrical, chatter, mystery, incomprehensible and mundane. Fine. It was a short poem. I hope you have understood the poem. Okay, note down the summary. Hope to meet you all soon. Take care. Bye.